About 10 years ago, I decided I was gonna be, for Halloween, Milana, Madonna's evil twin. This is hilarious to me now because there is no such thing as Milana. I pretty much was like, I have the best costume idea ever. I'm gonna blow everybody away. And everybody was like, who are you gonna be? And I was like, Milana, Madonna's evil twin. Cricket silence. I invented a person to be for Halloween. The only visual I had in mind for the costume, which was obviously necessary since it really was a character and not a costume that I was creating, was a long, dark, black-haired wig. Because Madonna, of course, as you all remember, in her heyday, had that short, blonde kind of thing going on. Bobby thing and sometimes curly thing. So I was like, long, dark, black, that's wig, that's all I need to do for the visual. So I set out to find the long, dark-haired wig about 2 weeks before Halloween. Ciao everyone, Ariyele here, and today in the kitchen, we're keeping it real with pumpkin pecan granola. Pumpkins start showing up all over the month of October, Pinterest, all over the internet. Everyone thinks fall, they think pumpkins, then boom, Halloween. So my loose association with pumpkins and Halloween made me think of this great story that I couldn't keep from you. And while I tell it to you, we're gonna make our granola. It's super easy. We're gonna add a bunch of dry ingredients, a bunch of wet ingredients, and then get them all nice and crispy in the oven. Let's get started. Okay, so I hit the streets to get my Milana dark-haired wig action on, and my first stop is Ricky's, of course, and that ends up being my last stop because I go in and I explain to the sales clerk my costume, what I need, and nodding at me expressionlessly, she pulls down this dark, long-haired wig from a mannequin with the label Desire. And she makes me put on this condom-colored skull cap, which you have to do if you're gonna try wigs on, which you have to buy. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy this. I don't even know if I'm gonna buy the wig. She says, well, it's required. So I put on this condom-colored skull cap, and I'm like feeling really, really, really awkward. And then I put on, I toss my head over and I put on the hair, and instantaneously the transformation is complete. Obviously, you can imagine that for the very low, low price of $29.99, I bought that wig. So I get home and I've got my wig in my bag and I'm thinking, well, you can't just have bought this wig and not like do some of your practice songs and, make sure that you can really get into character with the wig on. And, I practice some of my songs and I'm starting to really get into them and I'm feeling sexy and I'm feeling alive and I'm like, ooh, girl, you got it going on. And then I'm done, but I was like, just leave the wig on a little bit, go make some dinner, no big. So I do. Hours pass, man dude comes home, walks in, observes for a moment and says, your hair looks really nice. Did you do something different? So I'm like freaking out that the man dude thinks that this is my hair. Like he really just asked me, did you do something different? And I'm like, babe, it's a wig. And he's like, what? Whoa, that really looks like your hair. And I'm like, I know. That's what everyone in the store said. So I go to sleep. I'm kind of on a cloud. I wake up in the morning and I'm getting dressed for work, feeling the draw. And I'm like, no, you can't wear a wig before Halloween, like in your day to like work. And I'm like, and then there's like the freak flag voice in me, which I've always lived with. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that my freak flag tendencies are extremely high. I fly that shizzle with absolutely no qualms or guilt. And I'm like, why not? Why can't you? I mean, if you can't wear a wig in New York City in your early 20s, tell me when and where. You guys are probably like, where did you work? I'll tell you right now, not a hospital. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the oven set to 325. We're gonna check it after about 20 minutes. I'm gonna tell you a little bit more of my story, then we're gonna pull it out, add some nice dried cranberries to it, and jar it up. So boom, I leave the house. The second my feet hit the ground, I feel the energy around me changing. Suddenly all of these men and women both are like turning heads, double taking me. My hair is flowing, it's long, it's layered. It literally looks like it took me 10 years to grow and 5 hours to tame in a salon. And it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm on my way to work on a Monday. This is my hair, guys, and it was kind of like this then. So now I need you to imagine that it looks like this. There it is. There's the wig reveal. The boss comes in, does a double take, looks at me, says, did you dye your hair? I am simultaneously ashamed and completely not ashamed to admit that passing at work with the wig led to a period of wearing a wig that lasted almost 6 months. Every time, in all of these situations, and every time I leave to do anything, I say to the man dude, do not blow up my spot. And within 5 minutes of someone being like, your hair looks really nice, I'm like, thanks, it's fake. And I would blow up my own spot like within 2 seconds. It was like the more people gave me attention, the more I wanted them to know, you are responding to an illusion. The only person who didn't love and experience my wig as a total amazing transformation was my brother, who was like, oh my God, Ariyele, that is so not red carpet. It's his birthday. He invites me to come do karaoke with him at this karaoke drag bar down in the city. Hilarious. We're there, all his friends are there. They're like, oh my God, girl, your hair looks so good. You look so hot. And this is one of the few times that I have not told anyone it's a wig. I don't know why I didn't tell anyone. Everyone was like, oh my God, you're so hot. And I was like, thanks. And so I'm in the drag bar, we're dancing, and then like some great song comes on, and I'm like really feeling the music, and I just start flipping my hair around, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my hair goes flying off my head. And the drag queen is like, oh my God, who's like running the karaoke, she's like, oh my God, that woman is wearing a wig and it's amazing. She was like, you wanna switch wigs, girl? And I was like, yeah. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I can't believe that my hair flew off. Although, is this cool enough yet? This is a little cool. Although, I will say that if there's any time and place where where it is acceptable to lose your hair, it is in a drag bar. Am I right? I'm right. So, my brother was like, thought it was hilarious. And he was like, oh my God, Ariyele, you're unbelievable. That was kind of the beginning of the end of my wig wearing days. Okay, let's jar this puppy up. Funnel hair. And I just scoop it with my hands. Ooh, it's crispy. Ooh, crunchy. The balance of flavors are perfect. So now it's your turn. What is a time that you remember really letting your freak flag fly, where you had no inhibitions, and in spite of how weird it was to do something, you did it anyway? I really love hearing from you. Leave me that comment. And as usual, sign up for my email newsletter if you want to be kept in the loop on behind-the-scenes updates that I only share through email. I love all of you. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you give my pumpkin pecan granola a try. And I can't wait to see you next time. Ciao. I even got engaged in a wig. True story, I was wearing a wig on the night the man dude proposed to me. Crazy.